The sword montage. We actually did that as a joke, each of us pulling at it.
I refused to.
Including a minion having a go at it, which looked ridiculous with the hat on.
They really should have kept the minion doing it at some point.
It would have been quite good for the Minions Day Out.
Maybe it will be in there.
Rob refused to let this go. He sat there for about 5 to 7 minutes.
Space Mountain. One thing I'm a bit sorry about this, we never got any footage of Animal Kingdom.
That's true.
There's almost no footage of Hollywood, because it's mostly just Magic Kingdom bits and Epcot. Oh, that's one of my shots.
You're standing holding the camera above your head or something here, aren't you?
Yeah, I had my head. Yeah, I had my hands above my head. I couldn't see this shot when I was filming it. There's a Stitch ride.
This is Charlie's actual reaction when he found out there was a Stitch ride. Ha ha ha. Oh, Robert. Did you have to keep that shot in? Hey, Spaz Puppet. Bastard got his own room. The rest of your days. The Indiana Jones stunt show, that was brilliant.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
There's the racetrack.
Which none of us did, I think.
Yeah, it's because it was on the rail.
Oh, there's another one of my shots. Elevator party,
elevator party, elevator party, elevator party. Every time we reference this joke, Mikey just went,
Mikey hates elevator parties.
Yeah. That ride was fun though. The first time I was on it, I either shout out or stay silent or giggle maniacally when I'm on a ride. I chose to giggle maniacally on that ride. Which probably didn't help the people who were terrified.
When there's photos taking, I love to work out where the photo is and have the most stoic expression I can. I did that on that as well.
I wish I hadn't lost the picture of Splash Mountain where I pulled on the minion head.
Oh yeah.
Basically, I was at the back of the ride, everyone else was in the front and all that, and I just pulled on the minion mask and made it look as if I was reaching for Sin and Spaz. We shot this so many times. We actually had people who stopped to watch us do this because Sin is actually standing behind the camera shouting.
Before we did this though, we really should have had an establishing shot that this is Epcot, Canada.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell, and plus that was a really badly chosen place to film that.
Oh, look at my fantastic camera work. Wiggle fan, I can. I think it was me and Charlie who came up with the idea that they should try and run out of his shirt. A few moments before this, me and Morgan were actually having a lightsaber fight.
I can believe it.
You see, this shot doesn't work without the joke that we made beforehand, which seems to have been cut out. There was a joke there to say it's not as if we planned it or anything.
Ah. Gooble gobble, gooble gobble.
One of us. One of us. Wasn't this the day you forced them to have proper British fish and chips?
No, that was the first day we were in Epcot.
Nah. They were delicious and they loved them.
It's not perfect. It's not proper British fish and chips. The best fish and chips I got in the States was actually at Orlando Airport.
How weird.
Yeah, incredibly weird.
He did actually hit the room service button. Now, just to point out, every time you see me in this top hat, I am blind. I can't see shit.
That's why I'm leading her around. And my jeans are so fucking loose.
Tiki tiki room. He looks so happy.
This is just by Adventureland.
Yep. One of the main bridges. So when we're trying to do this, there are people watching us.
Yeah, we did get a lot of audience.
I have poked a tiny hole with a pen in that hat, and I still couldn't see out of the damn thing.
Yeah, should have got another shot of me walking, turning there. But yeah, this is just going into, you're near Pirates of the Caribbean, you're sort of going into Adventureland there. We found this little corner to film this bit. I think I found this bit and suggested we film here because it was fairly quiet.
Oh yeah, there's also the kamikaze squirrel. There's a squirrel running up a tree and then suddenly it just leapt into the undergrowth.
Oh, that was awesome.
Charlie couldn't stop giggling at it. It's just like kamikaze squirrel!
Oh, we have people staring at us here.
Mostly me. Because I've got my head in a hat. I couldn't find a mask when we went to the Disney shops. So I asked them, do you have any masks? And they asked me what for, and I said, costume party. So not going to tell them the truth. And they said, no, we've no masks like that. And I saw the top hat, and it didn't have the little topping to stop you pulling it down further. So I went and got it, and I brought it up to the counter, and they knew rightly I was going to use this as a mask, so they started laughing their heads off.
I want to know, this capturing thing, how does that capturing thing work? What exactly happened?
What happened was, we done 2 or 3 shots. The first shot, I missed him entirely because I couldn't see. The second shot, I just ran into his shoulder. And the third shot, I had him on skirt, but then he bent down. So I ended up going over his back, and then we just made it as if I just made it look like I just grabbed him.
And in this torturing scene, oh, that's a still image. I didn't know that before. In the torturing scene, that was Robert playing me.
That was a Green Lantern ring, wasn't it?
Probably.
One of the lantern rings.
Those curtains look like they're open.
Aren't they?
Robert says they're not, but they look like it to me.
Oh, there's the line.
Ah.
That's the light hanging off the top.
Ah.
Whoops.
Yeah, these guys were constantly playing poker and drinking beer. Well, Shark and Elsie were. While I was more into making people watch crazy-ass films.
Yes, crazy-ass films. Bullshit, Elsie, bullshit.
See, my makeup's different from beforehand. Beforehand, it was the eyes were a lot more subtle.
Oh, yeah, but... This was my idea. I thought it was rather amusing.
Because Sin claims this was ad-libbed by them, reality.
Yeah, we were walking around the park and that thing kept going off every time we were outside. So we just started throwing around ideas, saying how it would be funny if we got a picture of Sin going, no! And I would go, film it now when the stage was on.
Well, this is off by Philadelphia Square, which
hey look, it's the script!
Yeah, it is. But this Philadelphia Square, which is Disney World's version of Orleans Square, where you can get some decent funnel cakes.
Nom nom nom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was dying that day. It was so damn hot. Yes, you did. And boot to the chest.
Well, hurt maybe, but as an efficient way for me to get over what was what was going on without having to move the camera, it worked quite well.
Yes. Oh dear God, I really should have pulled up my shirt before I did this thing. And look at me, I'm sunburned. Nicky foot. That was actually part of Zara's makeup, some lipstick, and
Must be the Alistair moustache lipstick.
Okay, do you see that little white thing? That's a pen lid, and that's me trying to see through that.
It's blue.
You know, it looked white.
And here we have the pizzas, which everyone else seemed to love, and I didn't really care for.
Move my fat ass.
You bitch. Oh, this was my idea.
Oh, we had too much fun with these statues when we were there.
And Walt Disney is wearing my hat. Now, that hat... Okay, originally I was going to wear a hat actually like Robert's wearing, because I thought it would be funny, you know, to have the juxtaposition of Hagan in a Disney hat.
Hey look, it's a small world.
But I fell in love with the leather sort of Australian-style hat, which I found in Adventureland. So I spent $50 on it myself, and I've still got it. And anytime I go somewhere hot now, I wear the hat. But this...
I must commend you for holding that facial expression for so long. I went through that ride and I raged. Oh, I raged so much.
I did the I did 2, I think, full things of this ride as Hagan the whole time. So I was doing silent stuff like this, and I was, you know, doing gestures like wanting to kill everything. And I started screaming obscenities and stuff.
I remember I was in the boat with Hetty and I heard, like, "Where's Afghanistan?"
And I'm sure that the reason that he didn't use any of the audio is because he's replaced the audio with an album version of the song.
Yeah.
So he couldn't dub it on. But I really wish that the footage of my complete circuits of this would appear just on a video, because that would be fucking hilarious.
Or you could get it. You could post it on. If he still has the footage, you could post it on your site.
Oh yeah,
just hang it on It's a Small World.
I'll make a link to it, but he's got the footage, so it's up to him whether he wants to put it up or not. Although I think this sequence was a bit long.
Yeah.
I think the original version I saw of this didn't have the Small World section. I think I seem to recall saying that, you know, why isn't it in there? That was funny.
Now the rough version had a lot of stuff that wasn't in it, but he's really done it up. And that's the end of part 2.